Tokyo company says spacecraft probably crashed into moon. In a bold and ambitious move, the Japanese company revealed the results of a spacecraft that crashed into the moon. The company, called iSpace, was aiming to send 2 spacecraft to the moon in 2022, with one of them intentionally crashing into the lunar surface. iSpace is a private space exploration company that has been making waves in the industry with its innovative and cost-effective approach to space exploration. The company has already successfully launched 2 missions to the moon, with the first mission taking place in 2019 and the second mission in 2022. The mission in 2022 saw iSpace send 2 spacecraft, called Hakuto-R and Hakuto-C, to the moon. Hakuto-R was to land on the surface of the moon and deploy a rover to explore the area. Hakuto-C, on the other hand, was to orbit the moon and conduct experiments from above. The ultimate goal of the mission is to advance our understanding of the moon and pave the way for future exploration and colonization. The spacecraft lost contact just moments before it was due to touch down, and more than 6 hours later the Tokyo company iSpace confirmed what everyone had suspected, saying there was a high probability that it had slammed into the moon. According to iSpace, the intentional crash is a way to gather data on the lunar surface. When the spacecraft crashes, it will create a plume of debris that will be analyzed by instruments on the other spacecraft and on Earth. This will give scientists valuable insights into the composition of the moon's surface and help us better understand its geology. It was a disappointing result for iSpace, and the company's engineers are trying to work out why the landing failed for the spacecraft meant to land successful on the lunar surface. After a mission lasting more than 4 months, it had been close to doing what only 3 countries have done: successfully land a spacecraft on the moon. While the idea of intentionally crashing a spacecraft into the moon may seem reckless or even wasteful, it's important to remember that space exploration is all about pushing boundaries and taking risks. iSpace's mission represents a bold step forward in our understanding of the moon, and it could pave the way for even more exciting discoveries in the future. If all had gone well, iSpace would have been the first private business to complete another lunar landing. The company's founder and CEO, Teiichi Hakamada, said they would try again with another attempt planned for 2024. Only 3 governments have successfully touched down on the moon: Russia, the US, and China. The 2.3-meter Japanese spacecraft carried a lunar rover for the United Arab Emirates and a small robot from Japan designed to roll around in the moon dust for about 10 days. That was also the expected length of the full mission. Named Hakuto, Japanese for White Rabbit, the spacecraft entered lunar orbit on March 21st and it targeted the Atlas crater on the moon's near side for its landing. Founded in 2010, iSpace hopes to start making money as a one-way taxi service to the moon for other businesses and organizations. The company has already raised $300 million to cover the first 3 missions, according to Hakamada. The moon is suddenly seen as interesting again. China has successfully landed 3 spacecraft there since 2013, and the US, China, India, and South Korea have satellites currently circling the moon. NASA's first test flight in its new moon program, named Artemis, made it to the moon and back at the end of 2022, with 4 astronauts due to follow by the end of 2024 and 2 others to actually land on the moon a year after that. As we continue to explore the cosmos, it's important that we approach space exploration with a spirit of innovation and experimentation. iSpace's mission to crash a spacecraft into the moon is just one example of how we can push the boundaries of what's possible and discover new frontiers in the world beyond our planet.